It had arrived. It had traveled a long way but had conquered the rain of winter, and at last, spring was here. A new season, a new opportunity. The birds sang cheerfully, and newborn kittens took their first steps under the open sky. On such a wonderful spring day, the farmer felt it was time to sow the flower seeds. On a rickety little table next to the cellar, leaning slightly, lay a packet full of seeds. The man took the packet and headed toward the freshly dug, soft soil. He was almost there when an innocent little seed slipped from his hand and fell onto the rough and cultivated ground before the rows. The farmer didn't notice it had fallen. He kept walking and laid the seeds in his palm gently into the fine, brown bed of soil, then covered them neatly with a rake. The little seed, which had fallen too soon, cried out in vain to its companions from the harsh ground, but they did not hear its words. It was left alone on the surface, unable to burrow beneath the protective earth. Every time the farmer walked back and forth from the rows, he stepped on the abandoned little seed. The next day the whole family came outside, the wife, the husband, and their 2 small children. The woman brought tea and sandwiches, looked around the land, and the children chased each other happily. But while they enjoyed themselves, every step, every stomp hurt the little seed terribly. The wind was no help either. It did not blow it onto the soft soil. Days passed, and life hurt the little seed very much. But one day it noticed that, because of all the trampling, its tiny body had been pressed into the earth. It felt better, safe, and it wasn't so cold anymore. Yet the soil did not swallow it completely. Unlike its companions, it could already see the sunrise every morning, feel the sun's warm embrace, and in the evening, bid farewell to the sun's rays. Every day, it marveled at the bright celestial body, basked in its warmth. This beautiful sight filled the little seed with hope. The first spring showers arrived too, and the raindrops pushed the little seed even deeper into the ground while quenching its thirst. Meanwhile, it began to grow tiny roots that anchored it firmly into the soil. 2 weeks passed, and the seeds sown in the soft earth sprouted and began to grow. They heard that their companion had survived despite the harsh conditions and had started to grow too, but they did not care. Though late and a bit behind the others, the little seed also emerged, in a new body, with a strong stem. But it was still so small that neither the farmer nor the children noticed it, and they stepped on it many times again, causing it more pain. Yet the tiny stem, miraculously, survived every day. The sun's beauty kept it alive. At the tops of the flower stems bloomed petals of a beautiful, vivid red. The dropped, forgotten little seed also blossomed, and at last, the farmer and his family noticed it. "Look," the father said to his children. "One grew here too. How beautiful," said one of the little children. "Its petals are even redder than the ones in the row. I must have dropped it when I planted them. It's a miracle it grew here," said the father. "Let's not pick this one," begged the children. "All right, it can stay here," the father replied. "Go pick a bunch from the row for your mother." The 2 children picked all the flowers, tied them into a bouquet, and brought them into the house. After a few days, the flowers trapped in the vase began to brown, their stems drooped. They died too soon. But the little seed, grown into a beautiful flower, and its friend the sun, lived happily, and they still live on. If you look out your window, you might even see them.